Hello again, and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover. One from Chuck D, who recently shared a snippet of Eminem's segment from an interview on the history of hip-hop, where Eminem spoke on how he got educated by the genre, and this stirred interesting reactions from fans who shared their stories on how hip-hop changed their lives, and we'll get to more on this later. Today we also have more from Dr. Umar that made its way to X that shows Dr. Umar put the hip-hop genre on blast. And it is wild because since he holds this sentiment when it comes to hip-hop, one has to wonder why he was so invested into the quote, Eminem cannot be one of the best rappers of all time because he's non-African debate. Because as you'd see in a bit, he also believes hip-hop is a tool of white supremacy. And we'll get to this later. And today we'll start with good guy 50 Cent, who has been on a positive streak over the last few hours on social media, as while he offered to help Terrence Howard, who recently sued because he claims he was underpaid while they made the Empire series. 50 Cent also offered to work with Taraji P. Henson, who also revealed how she's been getting shafted by Hollywood as they still make her negotiate deals like she's still an upcoming actor. And this takes us back to when she revealed she fired her entire team after Empire.
Everybody had to go. Where is my deal? Where's my commercial? Where's my raise? Where is my endorsement? What did you have set up for after this? That's why y'all haven't seen me in so long. They had nothing set up. All they wanted was another cookie show, and I said, I'll do it, but it has to be right. The people deserve. She's too beloved for y'all to it up. And so when they didn't get it right, I was like, well, that's it. And then they had nothing else. You're all hired. And if you want me, I want that money that you ain't trying to show me.
And back in December 2023, 50 Cent reacted, facepalm emoji. They dropped the ball. F them Taraji P. Henson. I'm ready to work. Let's get it. And a few hours ago, 50 Cent shared an update. Someone called me today thinking I was bullcrapping about working with Taraji P. Henson, till I told them what I made stars pay Mary J. Blige to be on Ghost. I ain't out here effing around. And both Tyler Perry and Oprah are catching strays right now. For instance, a user expands on this news. 50 Cent is what we think Tyler Perry is. And more, he said exactly what I said about Oprah and people over the production. They could have made Warner Brothers pay more. Oprah don't have enough power to make the companies pay more. Interesting. And it'll be interesting to see how long 50 Cent can keep up with the positivity streak. Moving on, at this point, nearly every hip-hop fan has heard about Dr. Umar's argument about why Eminem could not be one of the best rappers of all time. And remember, he claimed that it is pretty much white supremacy if you believe Eminem is the GOAT.
For you to put him at the top, that's white supremacy. That's white supremacy.
But there's more to this, as a clip showed that the doctor also believes hip-hop is a tool of white supremacy because rappers aren't building schools and hospitals. Check it out from The Art of Dialogue.
Hip-hop has been around for 50 years. Not a single hospital, not a single school, not a single bank, not a single supermarket, not a single distribution company. How can we call hip-hop a blessing to the black community when that type of money being made off of our culture and the community doesn't benefit from it at all? So you come to the community and give out a few turkeys. You come to the community and give out a few pair of sneakers. You come to the community and you throw a couple parties. And in exchange for some damn turkeys and chickens and some sneakers, you push death and destruction on our children for a living until hip-hop begins to be a blessing for the black community. Hip-hop is an agent of white supremacy. And then the rapper will say, well, we didn't invent violence. You're right. There was gang banging before hip hop. There was drug dealing before hip hop. There was black on black crime before hip hop. But let me tell you where hip hop is guilty. Hip hop glamorized it. Hip hop glorified it. Hip hop put a spotlight on negative aspects of black culture.
And boy, back then he was getting cooked for this. Check this out. Everyone who claims to support Umar's stance on Pan-Africanism but has a million excuses on why they don't buy black, work for black, vote for pro-black leaders is a freaking sellout. I left pro-blackness cause most of y'all are hypocrites and leave you to fight and die alone. Last I checked, Dr. Umar was asking for donations via PayPal and Cash App.
If you have a question for me, make a donation of $5 or more to cash.me/$FDMG school. If you have a question you want me to answer, text your question in your Cash App donation.
Clearly supporting businesses that aren't black owned, just like Panuel pointed out, and they'll always have excuses. And while some put up receipts on hip-hop artists making moves to benefit the community, some decided to troll. I never seen a rock and roll hospital a day in my life. And more, what? You have gone to a country music bank, pop music hospital? Suffice to say, musicians and artists aren't responsible for the well-being of the people in the community. This is what community leaders and politicians are responsible for. And in my opinion, hip-hop is like every other tool. It can be used to spread positivity or negativity depending on the individual. A knife can be used in a kitchen to prepare meals for the homeless. It could also be used for violence. And for some reason, the consumers never get any blame because let's be real, the labels can force people to support quote positive or negative rap. Moving on, Chuck D recently shared an Eminem snippet from a hip-hop interview, How Hip-Hop Changed the World, where Eminem spoke on how he was getting educated by hip-hop music.
When I was watching as a kid, you'd see MTV Raps and you'd see somebody in an interview saying that, you know, we're just basically reporting to you what's happening on the streets where we live. You know what I'm saying? My education is from hip-hop. Honestly, because that's I look to rappers to know what's going on, you know what I'm saying, and it just felt like certain rappers were just talking to me, you know.
And some fans shared their stories in response to this, the realness we weren't taught, the blindness we allowed ourselves as kids to accept. I started my unlearning journey years ago, and it seems never ending. And I'll be looking forward to some of your positive stories, all thanks to the hip-hop genre. That will be all for today. Share your thoughts below. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.
For you to put him at the top, that's white supremacy, bro. That's white supremacy.
Hip hop is an agent of white supremacy.